Thank you so much, sir. Sorry for coming late.
Yeah, no problem at all. I know that probably is a network issues or one thing or the other. So I think
Yes, absolutely.
others will be joining us shortly. So I think I should just we should start while others join us while we are on the call. Good evening. It's Langwe Adeoke, the community manager on Agodemi, and I'm very happy and delighted to have you all on today's webinar. It's a part of our 8 weeks masterclass. Um, so sorry that last week was we were not able to have the masterclass due to a health concern which I currently experience. So I'm so sorry for that. And whilst we wait for others, I want to let you know that the 8 weeks masterclass is basically geared at encouraging and enlightening people about what they need to know about agribusiness in this 21st century. Agribusiness is not just about O's, it's not just about core classes, it has gone beyond that. And that's why we have come up with various aspects of agribusiness that everyone in the agricultural sector needs to imbibe in. If you have a very good agricultural business that is functioning very well, and you don't have a very good story to tell, you are not having a very good presence on social media, people do not know about you. You are just like a business. You're not just different from the business that are doing in 1990s and the 1980s. Your business has to function life and blood on the internet, likewise off the internet. And today we have the privilege of Mr. Mr. Gabriel of Voice of the Farmer. While he's here to come and share his own insights, he's going to be telling us about his story. He's going to be telling us about what they do and how beneficial this aspect of journalism is important in the agricultural space. I want us to pay attention, listen, try to learn, relearn, and also what kind of ways that you can imbibe in your agricultural business. It's going to be very encouraging. And outside that, also at Agodemi here, we have three solutions for whatever aspect you are, whether you're a beginner, you're an expert, or you're trying to scale up your business. We create courses like Mr. Gabriel create as like can create a course for us here to can create a course on journalism. And now you can use social media to create journalism for your agri business that can be able to be investor friendly, that can help your business to thrive very well in this 21st century. So there are a number of things. We have courses on value addition, processing, export, storage, various aspects of agribusiness. We have courses for you in Agodemi, and these courses are very free and very, very affordable. Aside these courses, we understand that you might take the course and you might feel that okay, this course is not just something that uh probably are not satisfied with what it's needed in these courses. We have the consultations for you, and this consultation is where we match you up with somebody that is an expert in the field. So think, for example, you have a business and you're trying to position yourself for the export business. You're trying to use journalism to push your business forward. We match you up with somebody here like Voice of the Farmer that can teach you, can encourage you, can coach you. This consultation is not free. It can come either in form of a physical consultation or an online consultation where you can ask any kind of question you want to ask, especially when it pertains to your business. So it could be like probably you want to value addition, if it's journalism, if it's export, if it's hydroponics, if it's the cultural environment, whatever way, we have a solution for you in the consultation forum. Aside that, also we do boot camp where we take people to a group of people before the year runs down. We are planning on carrying a number of people to a mushroom farm where they can see, okay, oh, how is mushroom being grown? How are they processing mushroom? How is mushroom spices being done? We are planning to do that. So we take people to a farm location where they can learn real time. It's not just about learning on YouTube. It's not just about learning on social media. It's about you learning real time. Aside that, also we have the something we call the D4T. That's the digital agro officer. So we understand that we are in the social media era, and in social media era, you have got to learn the tools. There are a number of tools you can actually learn. Social media is there, website design is there, journalism is there, video is there. So there are a number of things, and in this one, too, we are the program is also not free, but it's also very friendly. In this place, you can, if you undergo this agro digital officer training, you have access to learning about getting real time jobs. You are going to be in a forum where you are going to be meeting with real people. You are going to be meeting with mentors, role models, organization that needs agro officers because the agricultural sector is very, very big. Um, I will just leave that to Mr. Gabriel. He's going to able to explain to us how big agricultural sector. But for me, agricultural sector is very big. That whatever it is you are doing on planet Earth, it's something you can actually embody it in the agricultural space. But without wasting much time, so I'm going to be jumping right into the discussion for today. And the discussion for today is about using is agro-journalism. That is, how can you propagate the gospel of your agri business to the world? So, and there's no other person that can do this more than Mr. The CEO of Voice of the Farmer. So, Voice of the Farmer, we are delighted to have you. Please, can you just jam your head so you can just kindly just show your emoji and just use to appreciate Voice of the Farmer? Yeah. So, Voice of the Farmer, thank you very much. You have the floor, please.
Yes, good evening, everyone, and I'm very happy to be in your midst and also to share my story and to also share some insights with us. Thank you very much for having me,
Yeah.
Agudemi. Yes,
Thank you very much.
I would love to correct something. Probably it's very difficult to pronounce my surname. The name is Garuba, Garuba. Garuba. So my name
Okay.
is Akut
That's fine.
Olumide Garuba. So I love the fact that this is coming at the right time because at some point I look at what I'm doing and I see probably am I the only one doing this thing, which is not sustainable enough. So I was like, what happened? Can't we even have other youths that will understand what agro-journalism, what agri-media can do for them? So immediately agro-media reached out to me. I was like, I think this is an opportunity for me to share my story and let people know how I started. Please confirm you can hear me, please.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So let me start from this place because I would just love to share a little story about how I started. Yes, I graduated from University of Ilorin where I studied telecommunication science. And when you say telecommunication science, on the normal ground, I should be working with telecoms company like MTN, Glo, and some other maybe communication companies. But in a situation whereby you don't have anybody, you don't know anybody, definitely you need to just create a niche for yourself. So fast forward to when I did my NYSC at Ekiti. So I was opportune to serve in an hotel. I was like, wow, I did telecoms. What am I doing in an hotel? But not knowing that there's a plan for everything. I feel God have a plan for me. So I served in an hotel where I served for like a year. But fortunately for me, the owner of the hotel have a media outfit in Lagos. But I did not say because I was serving in an hotel. I was just maybe jobless or not doing anything. I still bring in that my telecoms this thing to some of the things they do, some of their abandoned projects, they are because they have internet services there. Then so I tried to revive some of them. So that was what really inspired, let me say, impressed the man and say, Olumide, can you work in a place like a TV station in Lagos? I said, why not? Because I don't want to even sit down at home. So that was what even brought me to Lagos and brought me to Badagry. So I started working with Root TV. I'm trying to let you know where the story started from. Like it's not as maybe I just jumped to Agric Media. So I started working with them at our Root TV. That is a TV station where what they do basically is about culture. So I was not satisfied. I came back to Ibadan again, working with IIT, and that was where I started my journey in agriculture. So I worked with IITA for like 2, 3, 4 years. but as a casual staff doing some other casual job. But during that period, I was still trying to gain experience, trying to put some things together. So I get back. I went back to Lagos and I started working with a tourism radio called Nigeria Tourism Radio, owned by same man. He still run that TV, but he has a radio station now. Because when I was working at ITA, now I had the opportunity to work with a radio station that is Radio IT when I was even doing my casual job. So I was made the studio manager there. It was an online radio, and that was where I gathered some of my knowledge about online radio and some other stuff. While in Ibadan as well, when I left work, I would go to radio stations to go and do internship. I remember I was working with Lagilu FM then, and the program I was doing then was in the midnight. It's always 12 in the midnight, and we are going to finish the program by 1 a.m. in the midnight. So I will stay in the studio. That I think the program is always every Tuesday. So I will go back to work on Wednesday. So I was just doing that to gather that experience in media, gather the experience in broadcasting. So when I went back to Nigeria Tourism Media in Lagos, so I left because I need to get something better for myself, and that was where I found myself in Galaxy TV. So I was the social media manager then. So if you know Galaxy TV, then Galaxy TV was one of the biggest TV then, but now they are still in operation, but not as big as they were then. So I was the social media manager then. So during my stay in Galaxy, I said to myself that I want to have so if I'm leaving Galaxy, I'm not working under anybody again. I want to start something of my own. So now when I was in Nigeria Tourism Radio, I hosted a man. I want to tell you the story of how Voice of Farmer came in now. So I hosted a man on a program called Agbeloba, because then I was really grounded in Yoruba language then. So I do speak Yoruba very well because of culture. Remember I said I work with our TV. So I hosted a man. He was like one big time farmer then. I called that program Agbeloba. So he took me around everything he does in agriculture. Then I don't really have interest in agric then. So when I was working with Galaxy, and I went back to that man and said, Egon, I want to start something of my own. I don't want to work with Galaxy again. I want to start a company of my own. And he said, why are you disturbing yourself? The last time I came to your show, I can see that you have passion in what you do and you know what you're doing very well. Can't you just be voice of the farmer? I was like, voice of the farmer. I was saying I wanted to start something of my own, but I don't know where to start from. He just said, you can be voice of the farmer. You speak for the farmers, you tell their story, you will do this, you will do that. And that was where I just picked that name. That was where I picked that name. I can see my brother here, Oladiti. Yes, we were together at IT then, so he can testify that what I was saying is definitely true. So I work at the radio station then as the studio manager then. So and that was where he said you can be voice of the farmer, and that was how I started voice of the farmer then. So I started voice of the farmer. I remember the first farm that I visited was Mr. Bamidele Adelakun's farm. He was into BSF, he does rabbitry, he does piggery, he does goat farming. So I just went there just to do interview. I was still working with Galaxy then, no. So, but I said, okay, let me start something. Even if I'm leaving Galaxy, I have something to fall back to when I'm leaving Galaxy. So I started that voice of the farmer with storytelling, going to people's farm, because I noticed that a lot is happening in the agri space, but nobody is talking about it. Look at what happened yesterday or day before yesterday with Idabasi. You think is an event that is big, like something that they have done something bigger in the whole world because of social media. People tell the story. Even if you are not at the event, you are following what is happening there. But I noticed something like that is not happening in the agri space. Then I took it upon myself. Then I could remember then the only competitor I have then, which was like a physical person that I know, was corporate farmers, Mr. Aki Aladi. So I do go to his page then on YouTube to check what they're doing, just to see am I on the right track. But at the moment now, we are partners, we are working together. But me, I work with farmers at the grassroots level. What am I trying to say is just that I noticed that something is wrong in the agri space, and I created a niche for myself. And that was why I started Voice of the Farmer. Now I can say we started Voice of the Farmer in the last 5 years. And to be sincere with you, we have recorded a lot of sources, testimonies, people telling us that they sold their product through our platform. Because then I started with Facebook. Then, we are just doing, I was just pushing content there, pushing content, going to farm, visiting farm, pushing content, just doing a lot of things. And once you are consistent with something, people will definitely know that, yeah, this person is doing this thing, then that is how they would start trusting you. Then it's not as easy as what I'm saying now. Then I could remember I will use my last card to go and visit farm because I just want to get content. And when I come back, I will need to edit and do some other stuff as well too. So it's not as easy, but one thing I noticed about this agro journalism, or let me say agric media, is that you must be consistent. Now people now reckon with our brand that when they want to have information about agriculture, they want to learn about agriculture, they want to know anything about agriculture, just go to our page on social media. You will see a lot of things to learn about, because what we do there is practically sharing farmers' experience, telling their stories, trying to link them to opportunities, and so many other things like that. So I think that was how Voice of Farmers started, and we are still in business till now. Now I can say we have so many people that we have trained. Maybe schools that come to our company for IT to do some other stuff, and to learn from us, and also to do some other stuff with us. So I don't know if I've been able to answer the first question on how we've been able to we started Voice of Farmer and where we are currently. Agudemi, did I answer that question?
Yes, you did answer my question. In fact, I think I'm very blown away with your experience, because sometimes in the community that we operate at Agribusiness, I tell them, I do say that agric is not just about farming; it goes beyond farming, because I give a instance that when a farmer plants a tomato seed, the journey from the tomato seed to the market is quite a very long market, because it requires a number of people with technical expertise to come in, and your journey as it further enriches my thought process. However, I have one question I want to just ask you at this point. Please, can you just share? I know some of your, I've been following for some while. I know some of your works and your progress, but for this community, can you just kindly just share some of your successes with us? Because I know that last year you were in Kigali, about one week ago, or was it this week? You said you were going to Togo or so. Is it to the, what they call that, Shanghai farm
For
there
guy
about?
farm,
I don't.
for guy farm,
Yeah.
yes.
So can you just give us more of your progress, some of your challenges, your milestones, so that can help at least a new person that is me is trying to find footing in the agricultural space.
Yes, thank you very much. I always love to share this story because it's just like one of our biggest triumph, like a success story to us. I remember, was it not 2023 years? Someone just reached out to me that, Olumide, please, I want you to come and help us do something on our farm. Me, that I was just curious on how to get content. I just jump on that thing. Okay, I'm coming to your farm, and I could remember getting to that farm. I need to cross water. No, that was even the first time I crossed water to a community just to share their story. I've been crossing water before, but to share a story in this my agro
That's
media
the
or my
first time.
agro journalism, that was the first time I crossed the water. So I got to the community and I saw what those people are doing. They are doing a lot in tomato farming. When you say a lot in tomato, they are doing a lot. Now, before I met them, they said no local government chairman have visited that community before. No commissioner has visited that community before. I was like, Kilo Shele, you guys are doing a lot now. And the funniest thing is that the community is just like at the backyard of the local government of that community. Let's say the local government is just the only thing that separated them was just water. They just need to cross the canoe or the boat to that community. So what I did was just that, okay, fine. Let me tell you a story. I did interview with them. I packaged the story. Fortunately for them, the story got to the Commissioner for Agriculture. I did not just stop there. And I followed that story up with a letter, which I went to submit the letter myself. You will not believe that the second week, or let me say 2 weeks after we submitted the letter and the video, those people were supported with 300 bags of fertilizer. I was like, wow. Like we just by success, though they have been doing some other groundworks again too. But when
Yeah.
when the commissioner now saw, it is videos and pictures tell a story more than writing.
But
When they are
yes,
telling
yes.
me that Olumide, I need this money, I need this money. But when you show me a video of what you need the money
When you
for,
have
I
something
will
to
be,
back it
I
up.
will be convinced. and that is where our work come in. So I just tell that story, and I put voiceover in that story. Like I let the I didn't just start from the challenges. I appreciated what the government have been doing. Now this is another community that need your help. Did you get it? So when they saw that story, when the commissioner saw that story, she was really amazed, and she said, "Was it not same community that they brought letter from?" She said, "We must visit that," and that was the first time a commissioner visited that community. I was very, very happy that through our storytelling, they were able to visit that community. And since then, we've been working cordially with the Ministry of Agriculture, because they now see us as someone that have access to the farmers in the grassroots level. Now, let me just chip in something here. If anybody is thinking of taking this thing as a career, if you want to succeed in this career, work with smallholder farmers, because because the middle scale and the large scale, they have that finance to run ads, to have a social media handle, to have Instagram. Even if you are doing anything with them, they will not really value it. But if it is with smallholder farmers that doesn't really have, some of them might not even have access to internet, some of them might not even have access to Android phone, but they will see you as their messiah, that this person is helping us. At some point, those people now want to turn me into mini God. That Mr. Olumide, electric government support you. I was like, no, me, I'm just doing my own because it is just my job. They were very happy because they can see the impact of what I did in them. That was our first success story. So the second one was that when I traveled to the Kigali, I was just in my own house. I was just sitting there, and I just saw a call from one of my mentor. I think it was just discussing about someone that is doing something in Badagry to a country manager of Agra. They were just, it's like maybe I was sitting down with you, and we were just discussing. The man just said, call that guy for me now. He just called me. The guy just said, Olumide, I'm on a call with someone else, speak with this person. When the person I mentioned his name, and I've been longing to meet that person. That is Mr. Rufus Giwa. I was like, he just said, don't worry, I will talk to you later. The next week, he just asked me to send my email. I don't send my email. I just saw invites to be among the youth delegate that will go to Kigali last year. And that was why I found myself in Kigali. I was very happy because that means that little thing that I think I was doing in the corner of my community. I started everything in Badagry, and that is where I would say Badagry is like my alma mater now, where I started from. Everything that I was sharing with you started from Badagry. Before we now start moving to Benin Republic, moving to Isheri, moving to some other places, everything started from Badagry. I was so happy that what I started from the corner of my just before I even have we had office last 2 years now. It was just last year that we've been doing everything mobile. So some people noticed what we were doing, and they nominated us to be in Kigali. So it was something that was so amazing, and we are very happy to share that with people, that small thing that you think you are doing that nobody is saying, that I'm just doing this. I will just beg you, please don't give up. You are adding value. I believe in something that a life of no value, a life of no impact is a life of no value. Once you are creating an impact, no matter how small it is, be consistent with it, people will notice you. That is what it. Once you are consistent with that small thing that you are doing, and you are not just, you are doing it, at the beginning, we are not doing this thing for money. Now, I need to talk about this. It was not for money. Even at some point, I don't even know what I was doing then. Am I running a business? Am I doing an NGO? Because when I wanted to register the company, they were asking me that, what is my company all about? I was confused that, will I say it is NGO? Will I say it is
or the
it is a
business.
business? Or I thought, okay, let me just even register it as a business first. But it was when, at some point, an idea will come to your head before you can actualize that. What am I going to do? See, don't be shy to start. Just start anyhow. If you are saying you want to make it perfect, I swear you will not start anything. But
That's
then
true.
when I had that idea, I don't even mind even if it is going to crumble, if it is going to, I just start something. I know the more you now start, the more you meet people. That is why when you travel, even if it is just like interstate, you move from one place to another, you will see some other things that you can add to what you are doing that will not make the picture clearer to you. When I started meeting people, I started meeting farmers. When I'm talking about agriculture, some people will say, do you go to school to study agri? No, I did not study agriculture school, but visiting farms, meeting farmers, make
Has
me to now
enriched your
invest.
knowledge.
in agriculture. I don't think there's anything you can be telling me in agriculture that I will say I don't know. I might not be like 100% good in it, but I've heard it from somewhere and I've seen it from somewhere. At some point, people call me to come and train farmers because they know I've been trained as well. Because when I go to visit farms, I don't just go there to tell story. I also go there to learn from what they're doing as well. So what I'm trying to say is just that any little thing that we are doing, let us just be passionate about it. Now, passion is good, but now for you to sustain your passion, you need money. That was a friend of mine. I won't call him a friend. He's like a brother to me. Who say when money is not involved in your passion, it's turned to passion. If you, I know some of us understand Yoruba very well. Like when they say
Yeah.
passion, that is king. When you have passion
Yeah.
and there's no money in it, that your passion will not turn to king. What you just need to do is just that try and understand what you are doing very well. At some point, let me say 2 years ago, when we now start seeing the business aspect of what we are doing. Now we've been telling farmer stories. Can we start monetizing it? Okay, now you want us to come to your farm. We tell you we are not. We will come to your farm, but you give us logistics. Before it used to be just myself. What they always give me was just gifts. Oh yeah, back to me to but boy, I want money. I don't know if you are getting my point. So we now start seeing the business aspect of that, and now okay, now we can now tell since we are adding value to farmers, they want to pay it. Now, my call to action to people, anybody listening to me now, is that what value are you adding to people before you start asking them for money? If you are not adding any value, I cannot pay you. That is just it. But if you are adding value to me, yes, I'm entitled to pay you. So farmers now see that most of the farmers have done a lot for them, and we are adding value to their community, we are adding value to their business. When you tell them that they want, where you pay us this thing, they will not say no because they know that our story
You
is
are
going
adding
to get.
value. You have something to offer.
Exactly. So, now we now start making money, we now start having staff, we now start expanding, we now start saying, okay, we want to do some other stuff, we want to do tour. What brought about the tour was that I don't want to forget where I started from, which was tourism. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
another thing we can also infuse. There was a question you asked me in the question you sent to me, that what other opportunities can youth or anybody, or let me say cultural enthusiasts, can also explore.
Yeah.
Agro-tourism is a big industry too. Seriously, it's a big industry. It is. Now what we just do is just that the farms we are visiting, we don't just visit that farm alone. We notice something unique, something distinct in that farm that we feel
Yeah.
we can take people to go and check. In tourism, do you know you can turn your house that you're living, to a tourist site if there is something unique that you feel other
Yeah,
people
that's
don't
it.
have in their house, and they can come and see in your own house. That makes your house to be a tourist site. So any farm that you visit, just spot something unique. I went to a farm in Iseyin. That was the first time I saw them using bamboo to do greenhouse. I've been to Soilet Farm Lab. What I saw
Yeah.
was galvanized pipe, doing so many things with galvanized pipe. They have, like, let me say, the largest greenhouse in Africa for at this moment now. So when I
Yeah.
visited that farm in Iseyin, I saw them using bamboo. I was like, wow. And when I asked them what was the difference between this bamboo and this galvanized, they told me the price was different and this is even sustainable. They have more bamboos, even if they are faulty, they can always replace them. I was like, wow. Now I can decide to say, okay, I want to take people that wanted to do greenhouse but doesn't have that capacity to do the galvanized one, to go and check
So
what these people are doing.
how to can you do this bamboo?
Did you get? So I've made something from it. So that I'm telling people that aside agro media, we can also explore agro tourism because it is the next biggest thing that some of us are yet to look at. If you look at the tourism industry, normal tourism, people will say, even if you are going to Hajj, you are going to Israel, you are going on a tour. Did you get it? If you are going to Owu waterfall, you are going to Enjesha
You
waterfall.
are going to Kogusi, you are going to Olumọ Rock.
So why can't you also turn this our farm to tourist sites as
into
well too? This is also going to increase the GDP of our nation. Definitely, you are going to make money, you are going to learn, and also the farm that you are taking them to also make money as well. So another thing is just that agro-tourism is another industry that some of us that we are youth, that we are just looking at what can we do in this space. We should also look into as well. Agro-tourism is very, very important. So back to our own agri-media. It is not easy. Let me just be sincere with you because at some point, I started using phone, I remember it was my Samsung Goof that I started using then. But one thing that really made it easy for me was that when I was in IITA, I gave myself that chance to learn some things. I was
Mm.
able to learn about video editing. I was able to learn about audio editing. I was able to learn about so those things that I've learned were now helping me. I always tell my staff that, see, if I ask you to do something, you should know that that thing that I ask you to do for me, I can do it better than you 100 times, because they
Mm.
know that I know that thing. I just want them to do it for me. So if
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur here, you're starting to run a business, make sure you know, if not everything, know at least 80% of your job description, so that anybody that will be working for you will always stand on their feet to know that, yes, I must impress this person because this person knows what he's doing. So because if they know that you don't know this thing, my guy, they will definitely fuck you up. That is it. They will mess up. They will mess up and say, because they know that the only person that can do this thing. I do some of my videos myself, the pictures I do them myself. You see me doing interview, you see me doing voiceover, because it is what I've been trained on. So what I just
Mm.
want us to know as a person that is going into agro-journalism is just that give yourself to learn. Don't say, I don't want to learn. You must always learn, and you watch other people's content. There are so many times I will just go online. If I'm watching TikTok, I'm not watching it for fun. No. I'm watching to
Mm.
check other people's things that they are doing differently that I can also put in some of my own content as well. So I don't know if I answered some of your questions, sir.
Yes, you have answered it, and I will say thank you very much. Like one thing that you said that made that struck with me is that you don't just you learn in different ways. You will learn by reading, we learn by watching, we learn also by watching our competitors or our or people's media. So if you
Mm,
see a video that the way they apply the an animation there, you found out that the animation is something that you can also learn. You try to imbibe it in your video. It's something that is
mm,
very, very important. But there's
exactly.
something that me I would like to ask, like, okay, you have been talking about you share story for farmers. Now, for somebody that does not even know, yeah, he does not, he has a agro business, for example, is doing cashew nut processing. How can he share his story using social media? What does he share on social media?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I love the fact that you are bringing out that question. I think last week, no, last 2 weeks, Thursday, I was invited to come and train extension officers and field officers that they work with smallholder farmers in Lagos State. Oh, this one is not just in one corner. Lagos State, they call them Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority. So they have group of extension officers. So now they now ask me to
Okay.
come and train them on content creation and some other things. We have close to 200 people sitting down listening to me. I was just like, wow. So me, where I started something in just like 2 years ago, I can train people. So the question I want to answer your question with what I told them. You see, if you are an agro business owner that you are doing, just maybe let's say, as for example, what you said, cashew that you are doing. You see, what people want to know, what people want to see is how this thing starts from A to B. What do you do? What are the processes that some people have not seen how cashew grow. Some
Yes.
people have not seen it before. Some people have not even seen cashew trees before. If you
Yes.
are a cashew farmer, or let me say an agro processor in cashew, all these things that we buy, maybe when we are traveling, that we buy cashew nuts. Some people don't
Yeah.
know the process it take to do those things. If that is your
Yeah.
business, make sure you take your time to do a video on how you are doing all these things. When people see new things, people that visit our page, yes, the first day I was in a program organized by British American Tobacco Nigeria Foundation. I saw so
Uh,
many people I have not met in my life before. I've not met them in my life. They keep shouting voice for the farmer, voice for the farmer. I was like, why? Where did you? They saw my content on social media. And it is not just about the followership. Let me try and correct this. You may have just 10 followers and you are adding value than someone that have 10,000 followers. Because some of them, some of
mm,
us, because I don't have followers, that's why I'm not consistent with my content. See, especially Instagram. Instagram grows your content, grows your page when you are consistent with what you are doing. So what I'm trying to say in essence is just that try and do something differently. People want to see raw content. They are tired of seeing dance, 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 dance. People want to see that, okay, because you are doing mango juice, tell us how you harvest your mango. What are the process that you do in this? What are the things that you do? You are doing fish, you are processing your fish. What are the process? What makes your fish different from other people's fish? I don't know if I get my, but so as a business owner, it is very important for us that this our phone that we are holding, especially if you have a good phone, let's say Samsung, you have iPhone, you have even other phones. It is just like your shop, or let me say, it is just like your business. Like, even if you don't have a physical office, that phone is just like your physical office. Let me just tell you something. Last year, December, I traveled to Kano by road. And what
Yeah.
took me to Kano? I met a guy on TikTok. He has been seeing my content. He has been seeing my content. He sees my content on crop. He sees my content on fish. He just asked me one day, Olumide, can you supply us 20,000 pangasius? Is a fish. Pangasius is another species of fish. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, now I can supply that. Immediately. And this is one thing that agro-journalism will make you have connection to people. Immediately they
Yes.
sell pangasius. I just remember the farm I visited that they said they are doing pangasius. I just called that person. I don't pangasius buy. Like, because I just told the guy, just hold on, let me ask about the prices now. They said, hey, it's this particular amount. I just add my own little commission on it, and I told the guy. The guy said they are selling it at their own place around 600 naira. And me, I'm giving
Yeah.
him from Lagos, from Ibadan here at 350. He don't mind paying for transport. He just want that thing to get to himself. And that was the first time I made my first 1 million naira. The guy
Wow.
sent 7 million naira into my account. That I've never seen that kind of money in my life. He sent that money into
Mm.
my account with trust and integrity. Now he will not want to send that kind of money into my account if he did not see that I am consistent and I'm
Yeah.
trustworthy, because he has tested me so many times. You will have gone to my page and check the engagement and everything like that. So, and he sent that money to me. What I did was that I was supposed to send that goods to vehicle and say, okay, let them go and deliver it. I just took it upon
Yeah.
myself that I need to impress this person. Let me go with that boss to Kano. And that was where I followed the boss to Kano, and we delivered it to the man. What I'm just trying to say is just that you, as an entrepreneur, let me say entrepreneur, don't be shy to share your story. Your story will be sweet. I was able to tell my story because it is my story. I started everything from the scratch. That was how it is easier for me to tell. If somebody else is saying it, definitely there will be so many things that the person is going to omit. Now, so you as an entrepreneur or anybody doing anything in the agri space, make sure that you share your story. This one is not shekari me. Social media is not about shekari me again. It was like maybe say
Yeah.
10 years ago. I say you are doing show off. Nobody's doing show off now, because remember that if you are not seen or heard, nobody will patronize you. If you have that at the back
Yeah.
of your mind, then you are going to make money. Because if you are doing your business in the comfort of your home and you are not letting people see you on social media, you'll be limited to the numbers of sales that you're going to make. But when you keep letting people see it, another thing is just that consistency is a key. If you are saying because you posted today, you have just one like, you don't want to post again, like there you are deceiving yourself. You must be consistent. We lost our account on Facebook that we have 31,000 followers to archive by February, but I
Yeah.
was not moved. I was not moved at all. When you go to that page now, somebody is even using it for something else now, which I don't know. But it is easy for me to start from the scratch again because I have other backup. That is TikTok, Instagram, and some other places too. So it is easy for me to grow another community on Facebook, which will take me back to what you said the other time, that as you are growing online, grow offline. Remember, it is
Yeah.
not farmers that are on social media. And you are saying you
Yes.
are doing agro journalism. Yes, social media should just be a platform for you to showcase your work to the whole world. But now let people at the offline, because they will be the one to speak for you that yes, this person is doing something for us. Let them also have your impact. And 2023, we did a training on digital inclusion in agriculture for farmers. We just bring them together. We did it nearly free for them. We train them on how to do soil tests, how to know
Mm.
how to get weather forecast, how to know what is the acidity level of your soil. All those things
Oh,
we just did for them free. That is our CSR program where we are trying to give back to our community. So as an agro journalist, as you are building your online community, make sure you are also building your offline community, because that one is even the best. Assuming then that we lost our account, we were just building that online presence, and we
You
just
already
forgot
miss
we
out.
forget we forget our people at the grassroots level. We will not even have that opportunity to go back to them again, because they will say that should be online Nikolewa. That is why some people will say we have some online farmers, but we are big online and we are bigger offline too. Because
Yeah.
that is what we are bigger offline. We even have more impact offline than online.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that clarification. I want to say I am very much grateful. Before you we conclude, or the program should be the duration is just like 1 hour, 1 hour plus. I don't know if any of us has any question, whatever we want to ask. Want to ask Mr. Gauba. So if you have any question, you can kindly unmute yourself and ask. And if you can't, you can just use the chat button uh to ask your question. One and again, if in case you want to know more how you can grow your business, because me I have a story concerning what Mr. Gab what he's doing basically. I met a man. That man is basically into production. He produces plantain flour. He produces sweet anything flour. If you bring sweet potato, he can make flour for you. If you bring cocoyam, he can make the flour for you. But this man has little or no presence online, and this man has has gotten little or no grant, and that's because number one, person that want to give you a grant or people that want to invest in your business, number one, they will check offline. Yes, this man is good offline, but is he also good online? Because they understand that quite a number of businesses close deals online also. So you must be able to balance the two. And this man, he said, he does not have. And this man is producing quite a lot. He's even producing to people that are getting grants. They are getting big money grants more than he himself. This man has never collected one grant whatsoever. And that's because nobody knows him. Nobody has heard about him. The only few people that knows about him do not actually preach the man's gospel. Because if you're a Christian or if you're a Muslim, you will understand that you have got to push the propagate the gospel of what you do. Nobody will blow your trumpet more than you do. So it's something that I will encourage every one of us here to actually do. If you have an agric business, try to blow the trumpet of your business yourself. A simple way to do this is number one, show people your work. It's not about letting other people say I want to steal. Nobody is stealing your work here. Nobody is trying to copy you. No, you are trying to show that you are an expertise in this field. You are trying to show that this is what I do. You are trying to be original, because on social media there are many fake people. And the only way you can be original is by you showing your work, by you seeing your face. You see how Mr. Garuba said somebody sent him quite a huge amount of money because of number one, the person have seen this video. He has said, okay, this first video is his face that show. Second video, he has seen 5 videos, he has seen 10 videos. Okay, this man is somebody that I can show. It's not about you just saying you want to do you are trying to do an agri business and you're trying to play gimmicks with it. I want us to be original, I want us to be authentic and also be strategic. So in case you have any question, I don't know if you can mute yourself or you use the chat bot. And again, in case you want to know more, probably you want to have a one-on-one consultation, you want him to train you, you want to know more about how you can share your work on social media, how you can become an agro-journalism, how you can become somebody that people can reference, especially as I said, every farm is unique. Every farm is unique. You can but I know of a woman that is doing coconut craft. She's unique on her own aspect. You have got to show your work. You have got to show your expertise. I don't know if any of us has any question. We can either unmute ourselves or we can either post it on the chat board. But while we do that, so Mr. What advice will you have for a young and a new business and a good business in this age and era? What advice will you have for us?
So thank you very much for that. I hope I'll get questions from other people because I would love to hear from them. They've been listening to two of us, and I would love to hear their voice too. So, but their voices too. So, my advice to, let me say, a new entrant, or probably even if it's an agricultural enthusiast, or probably you're just thinking of something, is that start. That is just it. Just start. Never look for a perfect time, like, because that perfect time will not come. That is just it. So it is just for you to start. And you said something that really caught my attention that I want to also make reference to, is that you see, some of us we think somebody is copying our idea. Even that your idea that you are using, are you not copying someone? And because see, an idea don't just come. It is something that you saw that now infuse or probably bring that idea from you. Do you understand it? So don't let us be shy away that, okay, or maybe we are trying to be more protective, that I don't want people to see this my idea. As you are thinking about something, 1 million people are also thinking about it too. So what makes you unique is just
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Oh, can we hear you? Hello. Hello. Can you hear? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
hello, hello.
Hi, sorry, can hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you. So, what makes you unique is just you continue doing what you do, and don't be shy by saying someone is doing what you are doing, or probably you are trying to be more protective. No, people will definitely do what you are doing. Your uniqueness is what makes you different from them. So, I just want to advise us, please let us just start. Don't wait for the perfect time, because that perfect time will not come. But it is from you starting that is where you are going to learn on the job. That is what I believe, because that was what really made me to get where I am today. And I'm also praying to even move more than this place. So please, you that are listening to me, that you are here, that you want to start something, don't even think about the perfect time. Start it. Let people abuse you. I remember that when I started there, some people are saying, but where can man do phone car cleaning? But now I don't do phone car cleaning. They are now inviting me to come to their event. So please start. Don't let people discourage you, because when immediately they start discouraging you, just know that that thing that in that thing. Please just start somehow. And I believe when you pray and you work hard and you are consistent, you're definitely going to get where you want to get to. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to say I'm very grateful for having you in this meeting. Uh, in case question comes in, I'm going to have to relate with it to you. Checking the chat box. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay, so checking the chat box, I can't see any yet, and I think probably the message is very simple and very easy to understand. But whatever message, whatever question that comes in, I will share with it to you. I want to say I am very grateful. I hope that when we call you the next time, you surely heed our call.
Sure, sure, sure. I want to also acknowledge my brother here. Oladiti Sodiq is my good brother, my good one, my good brother. So thank you very much for coming on board. So thank you so much. You don't Sadiq.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sodiq. Thank you very much, Voice of the Farmer. I want to say I am very grateful. We are going to have to work together on some other projects, which I'm going to reach out to you on. So once again, I want to say I am very, very grateful. Um, so let me just ask again, Stella, Shikwe, do you have any question? Gift, Favor, Really One, Deborah Ekotun, Godwin, do you have any question concerning how you can use, how you can share stories? Um, it does not really matter. It has to be probably agricultural stories. It could be something that you can also use in your career field. So, if for example you are an hairstylist, if for example you are a programmer, you are a developer, you have got to share stories about your work. You have got to show videos. You have got to show things. It's not just about saying that because we call it agro-journalism. You can also imply, you can also carry that skill and employ it in your business, in your career. You can also apply that also in the agricultural field. So, in case you have any question, you can just kindly reach out to us on the mail will be dropped in the chat box. And in case you want to know more how you can actually get probably you want to have more conversation with the Voice of the Farmer, please kindly reach out to us on our mail. The mail is on the chat box. It's at info@agodemi.net. Once again, I want to tell you that we have 3 solutions for you, irrespective of the level you are. Probably you are just starting, you want to scale up. We have courses for you. If not that, you want to learn more, you want to know more about one area or the other in an agricultural business, probably it's marketing, it's about export. You can come in here. We can schedule a consultation with an expert. It's not just about downloading something from Google to share with you. You are going to meet an expert real time. And also we have boot camp, we have tools that we can create and carry also where you can learn real time. Aside that, also we have an opportunity where you can learn how you can use social media tools to advance the course of your business. It is not free, but it's pocket friendly. But if you have any question, just kindly reach out to the mail that sent this meeting link to you, or you share or send us a message on our community on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or on our WhatsApp community. Once again, thank you very much. So next week also we are going to be discussing about the grants. I think we're going to be bringing the grants, how you can get grant for your business. So I would love you to come around and let us have that same meeting, same time next week. So, Voice of the Farmer, thank you very much. Oladiti Sodiq, thank you very much. And everyone who has made it in today's program, thank you so much. Do have a great week. The recap of this video will be sent to everybody on their email, and it's going to also be published on our YouTube. So once again, thank you very much. I said thank you and have a great week ahead. Thank you. Take care very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.